All right, folks, Brian Blessing coming to you from our radio studio here in Las Vegas, home of Sportsbook Radio and Vegas Hockey Hotline. We're talking the NFL, week 4 here at bangthebook.com. Follow along on Twitter at bangthebook. Always check out the sports betting podcast at Bang the Book. Spectacular information. Got you covered each and every day here at bangthebook.com. Let's focus on the NFL, and we'll rattle through these games and talk about the numbers. New Orleans, 3-point favorite, totals 50.5 against Miami. The game is over in London. Miami is this traveling machine. First of all, they had the hurricane. They were out in California. They laid an egg against the Jets. They could get well offensively against the Saints defense, but Breeze gets Willie Snead back. It could be a track meet. 50.5 is the total there. Carolina, New England. New England's -9, totals 49. New England's defense is not good, but Carolina's offense has been really poor. Could they get healthy a little bit against the Patriots? That could be the case, but don't forget Greg Olsen is out of the lineup with the broken foot. The Rams and Dallas. Dallas laying 6.5. Total on the game is 48. The Rams, Goff has looked really good. Could be a relatively high-scoring game here. I would look for this game to get to 7. Dallas is a public team. Waiting to find out what the situation is with Detroit and Minnesota with the quarterback situation. But Stafford and company going to take on a pretty salty defense. Be interesting to see offense versus defense, which one wins out. Tennessee and Houston. Tennessee's 1.5, 2-point favorite against Houston. The total in the game is 44. I'll throw you a breakout player. Watch out for Donta Foreman, running back from Texas. He's moved ahead of Alfred Blue in the rotation, backing up Lamar Miller, and Miller's doing nothing. This Foreman kid had some big plays against the Patriots, could end up being the running back of the future, and it may be in the very short term for Houston. I don't get this one. Jacksonville -3.5. Yeah, they rolled Baltimore over in London, but that's because they're comfortable going to England. The Jags do it every year. Baltimore wanted no part of that game. The Jets just mauled Miami, and they're catching 3.5 at home against the Jags. The total in the game is only 38.5. Jags offense. I mean, last week, Bortles in England, he looked like Joe Montana. Cincy -3. Listen, the Bengals have too much offense to be messing around the way they have. They gave the game away against the Packers. New offensive coordinators in there now. They're featuring Mixon, no three-headed monster. I think Cincinnati gets well here against the Browns, laying 3. The total's 41.5. I don't know. That number could go through 3. Pittsburgh -3 against Baltimore. The total's 42.5. Generally speaking, the odds makers always hang 3 in this game, except it's always the home team -3. First time here, Pittsburgh -3 on the road. Baltimore, look for them to have a stone in their shoe and have a much better effort. Buffalo and Atlanta. Atlanta's -8. The total on the game's 48.5. Might be as simple as it's a correlated parlay. You like Buffalo, go under the total. They've got to shorten the game. You like Atlanta, go over the total with their speedy running backs, Julio Jones and Gabriel. And they did play very well at home against Green Bay, but should have lost both their road games, got away with murder against Chicago, and then Detroit beat them, and they took it away from them. We got the Giants and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's -3, totals 44. Finally, the Giants offense woke up a little bit at the end of the game with the Eagles, and they still came up short. Speaking of the Eagles, they're traveling cross country, never easy. Take on the Chargers, who seem to be cursed. They play well enough to win every week and don't win. San Diego is, or I'm guilty. The LA Chargers -1.5. The total on the game is 47. They may be going back to San Diego. Maybe that's the tipping point. San Francisco's at Arizona. Arizona -7. No running game, none whatsoever. Now that David Johnson's hurt, Palmer's going to be a fantasy guru for you. He's going to knock your socks off. The problem is sometimes he throws pick sixes the other way. Niners coming off the hard loss against the LA Rams, but don't forget, that was a Thursday game, so San Fran's had extra time to prepare for this game. Totals 44.5. Big boy football, Oakland and Denver. Both teams coming off a road loss. Denver laying 2.5, 3. Oakland's a public team. I think that number might stay below 3 for the most part. Maybe even comes below 2.5. Indy and Seattle. Listen, there's the home road dichotomy. Jacoby Brissett's done a great job with the Colts in these 2 games after he took over for Tolzien. Those were home games against so-so teams. Don't forget, he won a game last year, the Patriots over Houston. And everybody's like, oh, Brady, or they don't, it's Belichick, and they can beat anybody. Well, the next week he got shut out by Buffalo 16-0. So don't forget, you're taking Brissett on the road. Seattle's got a stone in their shoe. Horrible start to their season. This might not be pretty. Seattle minus 13, and that's a Sunday night game, by the way. And then wrap it up, Monday Night Football, Washington's at KC. KC minus 7, totals 49.5. Arrowhead, one of the toughest places to play. For Washington, Chris Thompson, giving them some really good offense out of the backfield. But this Kansas City team, they got Travis Kelce. Their games, they don't need him because they can go deep with Hill. They got the running back Hunt. They've got weapons galore, and their defense really gets off the football at home against Arrowhead. Pretty salty ask here for Washington, and the number's pretty telling, sitting at KC minus 7. Total on the game is 49.5. Trying to anticipate the line moves. Week 4, NFL season, a quarter of the way through the NFL season. How time flies. Glad to be with you at bangthebook.com. Brian Blessing. Follow along on Twitter at Bang the Book, and don't forget to check out the Bang the Book Sports Betting Podcast.